Hello there. Well, quite often on Penny Mill Television we cover the British Chamber of Commerce networking and the Australian networking evenings. And these are great ways for gentlemen who are in business to meet other people and do business. Well, another sort of smaller version of that is the Asian Business Club. They meet every second Tuesday here at Woodlands in North Pattaya. Tonight we've come along and we're going to try and catch up with a guest speaker who's a gentleman called David Tan. Okay, I'm now with the guest speaker here tonight at Woodlands, and his name is David Tan. David is a man who has a vast experience in legalities, and also he's one of the few men, he's actually from Singapore, who can understand every word of Thai law, and he is here tonight to talk to the members. David, how are you?
Fine, thanks. Yep.
Good. Now, David, so I've said you're from Singapore, and you've got this vast experience. I have to say, you only look like you're 22.
No, I actually look a lot older than how I look. Yes.
Okay. So, but you've studied Thai law. This has been your passion.
Well, it's a studying process through practice as well. My background is in English law. I was not trained with formal education in the Thai law. English law has some similarities in some areas with the Thai law. And when I first came to Thailand to work in the law firm, I was actually compelled to learn the Thai law in a law firm atmosphere, and basically to find out what the differences between Thai law and English law are, and to really understand those differences. Okay. And from there, in a very competitive law firm atmosphere, I was compelled to learn the Thai law quickly, because there's no way you can compete with other lawyers if you were to sit in the meeting room with a project discussed all in Thai. Wow. And not only just trying to catch up on what the legal issues are, but even the facts of the case. Of course. You really have to brush out on your Thai and pick it up from there. Okay. It took me a long time, but eventually, yes.
You got there.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're now a lecturer at the Asian University, is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I practiced full-time in the law firm right up to the middle of 2006, and I decided at that point that it's more meaningful to spread my experience and knowledge on the Thai law, Thai business law in specific, to the younger generation of people. The precursor of that was that I was already teaching part-time business law on the weekends. Okay. To university students, and that's sort of like sort of a prompt for me to say, why not I go into full-time teaching business law? Okay. That would be more meaningful for me. At the same time, if I still want to practice a little bit, I could still handle clients on the side. Okay. Yeah.
Now tonight you're here, and is this the first time that you spoke at the Asian Business Club?
Yes. I'm not a member of this club. This is the first time.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, so what are you going to tell them tonight? You can tell us, we won't tell anybody.
Well, they will know in a few minutes. But anyway, it is about giving a prior notice of termination to an employee who had failed their probation.
Okay.
Giving a prior notice to an employee, a prior notice of termination to an employee who had failed or is going to fail probation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is actually a legal precedent here in Thailand for that.
It was a sort of an unclear area. There are a lot of cases on that pointing in a particular direction, but there's no, because Thailand is very much, Thailand is a statute-based law country, or they call it civil law, or originated from Roman law. There is no express statutory stipulation on that until recently. So I feel that this is an opportunity for me to make that known to people, to business people.
Okay. And you'll also, I did notice that you've got copies of your book. Would you like to talk about your book briefly?
Yes. The book is, I recently published a book. The name of the book is A Primer of Thai Business Law. The reason for writing the book is just, it was actually prompted by a friend of mine who's a Thai judge. He knew of my rare talent to be able to read Thai law. And he says, Dave, you got this rare knowledge of Thai law, knowing certain areas of the Thai business law very well, sometimes almost as good as a Thai lawyer. Why not you spread that knowledge? Because knowledge does not remain within yourself. And and I thought that is a great idea for me to again spread the knowledge to students and to business people. But again, that causes one of the main challenges of writing this book, because I'm trying to write a book academically enough for students to use.
Yes.
At the same time, easy enough or simplify enough for the business community to understand.
So the layman, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're trying to satisfy two very different audiences at the same time. So that was one of my challenges. And I thought, at the end of the day, I'll just try to simplify it as much as I can do, because sometimes you can't really oversimplify it, because that would change the whole interpretation of the law.
Absolutely. Yeah. But then again, a meeting like this tonight, when you're talking to the members, I mean, you will be able to speak to them, and they will probe you and ask you questions and ask you to amplify or give examples. So it must actually still be a learning process for you as well.
Yeah, it's always a learning process. It's always a learning process. We never stop learning. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, David, thanks very much for speaking to us. He's got to go in now and speak to the Asian Business Club. David's also now writing for the Pattaya Mail, so you can read his column there. In the meantime, if you'd like to get involved with the Asian Business Club, their website's been on screen as we're talking, and they meet every second Tuesday. And if you're lucky enough, you'll meet a nice gentleman like David who will give you all this great information. Okay, this is Paul and David at Woodlands. Bye-bye.